Howdy folks, something a little bit different today than my usual fishing uploads, and that's because this is about a petrol strimmer. So never owned one before. I've always wanted to get a petrol strimmer, petrol lawnmower, you know, the usual boys toys that us lads want to go and buy, but I've never had the need to. I've always used electric lawnmowers and strimmers and so forth. But yeah, I've had this for a couple of months because my wife asked me to look at doing a little task for her at work, and that gave me a great excuse to go and buy something petrol related. So I did a bit of research. I've spent a few weeks beforehand looking around, looking on secondhand, watching the Facebook marketplace and eBay and all this, and there's loads of secondhand stuff coming up. The problem is, I mean, you could get this one secondhand for about 30 quid cheaper, but then you don't know what condition it's in, and obviously you will when you see it, but you wouldn't know what condition it's in, where it's been, what it's been used for, what service history it's got. For the 30 quid more or 40 quid more, whatever it was now, you get it brand new in a box with a 3-year warranty from the manufacturer. And like I say, I know there's other brands out there a lot more expensive, but this is just basic for me, see what it goes, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be all right. Customer service from them was pretty good. Once I paid, fast delivery. Bit concerned that the top of the box was slightly open, so I'll find out if something's missing, but I'll have no leg to stand on now, being a couple of months down the line, I'm sure. But yeah, I just thought I'd put this video up just in case anybody else might be looking to buy a petrol strimmer and give them a little idea of what it's like. So the one I've gone for, can lift it up, is the Hyundai 52cc Brushcutter. Like I say, it's I think I paid 100 at the time. I think it was 134 quid. So cheap as chips as some of these petrol strimmers go. But in there, you've got a strimmer head, brush cutter head. There's a harness, your petrol mixer, I believe. I think that was about it. Like the kit to put it together. It does fold down in half, so if you need to transport it, fits into your boot. And so yeah, I've been and bought the petrol 2-stroke. Popped up to anyone local to Netherton, good old Allen's. Been and got some 2-stroke. Probably not the best stuff. I have no idea. I've never done it before. But then I got the unleaded petrol. I've been advised by somebody else. You are better to use the higher grade petrol. So you know, like Ultima or whatever you can get your hands on, BP Ultimate. For now, I've just got some unleaded. I'll use that, see how it goes, and then I'll try the better stuff, see if it makes a difference. I'm sure it will, but like I say, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just spitballing, but I'll show you what's in the box and give you an idea. If I can, at the end of this, I'll try and attach a video of me strimming a garden, because I know there's a garden that's got quite high grass at the moment. It's not been touched for a few weeks. I'll use a strimmer and just show you how easy it goes through there, hopefully. If not, it'll just be the opening of the box. But yeah, let's get the box open. Right, let's crack on and open the box and show you what's inside. Right, after all that faffing, does look like everything's in the box, but start off with a little toolkit. Yeah, it's all the fixing kits to build the item. Nice little handy kit. So that's the strimmer head, the brush cutter head. I'll be using that one first, because it's with standard grass I'll be cutting. So, but that one I'll be using when I do the task for my other half. But that'll come in handy, I'm sure. That's the guard separate. The main head. Thankfully that, because I'll be needing it, because I have no idea. Yeah, no, I've seen something about this. This is a 500 litre mixer bottle. It gives you the little measurements. It gives you the little measurements, if it will come out. It gives you little measurements on there. Nah, it's gone too bright. You can just about make out the measurements on there. But that's half the capacity of the actual strimmer petrol tank. Makes no sense really. There might be some sense in it somewhere. I'd have thought if it's double the capacity, you'd have a mixer bottle double the capacity, make it a bit easier, but I guess not for someone. So handle, harness it comes with as well to attach to yourself, make it a bit more comfortable, I guess. There we are. It's the bottom part, so like I say, it does detach and folds down, so it's a lot, well, very portable, or should be. There's the handle with the control grip on. You can see that. Got like a trigger grip on there. There's the base and the head unit. Not the best way to be showing things, I'm sure, but there we go. I'll do a couple of photos and put them in as well. But yeah, that's everything you get in the box. I'll get it set up and see if I can crank it up and see one thing I've got to see is how many times it takes to actually turn it on, because I've been told various strimmers have different, what you call it, pull times or whatever, or but you've got to fiddle around with the choke and prime it and all the rest of it. So I'll get it all put together and then we'll see what the crack is. Spoiler alert, before any of you jump down my throat, I am very aware stupidly I'd put the bars on the wrong way around. So the control bars now are on the right way around. So I'm sure I'm going to get rinsed anyway. I'll leave it in the video so you'll see it the wrong way around. But yeah, that's me being a noob and also not reading instructions the right way, but there we go. Just to point out, now I've put the clips on for the throttle cable, I have moved the handle position so where the cable came round the other side. It just looks a bit better. When looking at images, it doesn't really specify, I don't think, what side the cable should go through on, but it definitely looks like there's less stress on the cable having it that way, and it doesn't influence the harness. So that's the way I've done it anyway. If it's wrong, let me know. Right, this is just attaching the guard to the bottom of the shaft. The screws are already in the guard itself, so you're supposed to just unscrew those. Pop this on, and it should just screw in. We'll see. So to take this off, something I've never seen before, There's obviously a reason for this as well, I guess, because the way the strimmer goes round. That's going to come off before you can put the strimmer head on. Look at the manual, insert the Allen key in. There's a hole on the inside of the underneath there as well, so the Allen key locks it in place, or you get to hold it in place. Use this to undo the bolt, but it's the opposite way. Where am I going? It's clockwise, not anti-clockwise. So righty-tighty instead of lefty-loosey, whatever the old fashion saying is. But yeah, once that's off, I've just tightened it back up. Take the nut off, take the top off, take the next one off, I believe. So you've got 3 parts off, and then you're ready, wherever I've put it, for this to then go back on. So leave, pop that back in. I'm not sure really how tight you're supposed to, it does say don't go too overboard with it, so no, break it before I've even used it, but that should be okay. So yes, right, I'm just about to connect the lower part to the main section. In the book it does talk about removing a rubber cover. Now there's not a rubber cover on the end of that one, nor that one. At first I thought this clear plastic part might be the rubber it was referring to. Clearly not, because that's protecting whatever's inside there, which is part of the mechanism. So I'm just going to take it to be the piece of rubber that should be there isn't there, out of the box, and just connect these two. So that this should be quite straightforward. It's slightly shaped, so you can't really get it wrong. The red line does come down to the part marked as it tells you to, and then just tighten this up. And I don't want to go too ridiculous. I'm tightening that up just in case it damages it, but yeah, next bit. Right, I've mixed the petrol with a 2-stroke, very gentle sort of rock around, so that's ready to go. I've got a little filter, because one video I've seen before, he sort of pointed out it is better with a filter, because the bottle this comes with hasn't got like a, you know, like on a petrol cap you've got the nozzle. This doesn't come with that, so it could be a little bit messy. So I'm just not taking any chances on the first go. So take that out. As you see, it is tied in, so it's not going to drop off, but there is no filter on the inside of there, so anything that's any gunk won't be stopped from going in there. But as you can see, it's it does show as well in the book where it's got the attention sticker. It's kind of, there's a little groove or a line, plastic line, and it's saying to not fill above that line. So yeah, anyway, let's crack on. Already got a bug in the filter. It's doing really well so far. That's one nice and tight. Trying to do this in such a way that I'm not blocking everything out. Hopefully you can see there, that is, I'm just going to zoom in, that's the primer there. So let's see if we can get this on camera. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7/8 gets the fluid going into that to fill that little pip up there. So that's primed now, so that's ready to start apparently. So it did say, or I've read 2 or 3 times, but it does need 7 or 8. Right, now that I've put the handles on the right way around, we'll have a go at starting it. Now, on that side, so if you can see it or not, little red switch there, that's the on and off switch. So naturally it says to turn that on. There is the red one there, the choke, it does say for a cold start to knock it over to that side. Now I don't know if it means cold start as in first time ever, or just cold start as in literally a cold day. I don't know, but I'll try it that way around first, see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll knock it back over. And in all videos it seems that everyone once started gives it a few revs and then it takes over. So let's have a go. Let's put it back over that bit then. So I guess having it in that other position is no good at the moment, but it works awesome. I can gas everybody out now. Right, hopefully I'll stick another bit to the back of this, showing this cutting some reasonably long grass down and see what effect it has and how good or bad it might be. One thing I've kind of said, or sorry, one thing I've seen is that someone said that this has a lot of vibration. As I've not been able to use other brands before, I wouldn't know how big a vibration some have and some don't, so until I get to use more expensive ones I'm never going to notice. It's not really going to bother me, but yeah, let's see if we can get this grass video attached to it. Right, just before I start to do a bit of trimming, I've just cut with a lawnmower a little strip so I can start a starting point if you like. But before we go, just to point out, I have got eyewear. So I've been and bought two sorts. This, I've just been to Screwfix Direct and got the cheapest sort of things they've got, but it's still protection. So I've been and got these, which are a few quid from Screwfix. I've also been and got this little set as well. So face guard and ear defenders for when I'm going into using the brush cutter and much bigger stuff. I know in this garden, I've mowed it enough times before now, I know there's nothing in the grass. So I've got no real worry of anything flinging back up. But when I go into like woodland or anything like that, this is where I'll be using these. Some people still prefer to use these because they say they can't see like the branches and it keeps slapping them in the face and it gets a bit awkward. And that's why I'll be using those in that scenario anyway. But yeah, these will do me for a standard garden. Righto folks, that's my quick trial done. First time using, it's the Hyundai 52cc petrol trimmer. I'm pleased as punch. Little tiny garden, it's literally just took 5 minutes to cut through. I've just gone back in the video just to see from when I've literally put the trimmer down to grass to start to cut, and she's zipped through in 5 minutes. I'm over the moon with that really. Doesn't seem to vibrate too much. There's vibration you'd expect. But like I say, I am no connoisseur. I have not used other ones to know how much more vibration on other brands. Look at the petrol, it's barely used any, to be fair, very, very little. doesn't seem to smoke too much. The head unit obviously gets warm, but then that's what you've got the guard for on the side. Considering it's a budget buy, if you like, I'm absolutely over the moon. Obviously I've yet to try the Brushcutter side of things, but yeah, Hyundai, yeah, the man from Cradley says yes. I've got to be fair, it's I mean, you guys can, if you want to go and check it out, I'll put a link. It's Hyundai Direct, but I'll put a link on their video as well. You can, they've got loads of things obviously, but you can buy it outright. You can even buy it on, I think it's Klarna. So if you want to do it that way, or if you need to do it that way, you can have it broken down into a few payments as well. So considering how much it cost, I'm over the moon. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Hopefully it's been a little bit helpful, if not a laugh watching me put the handlebars or the gripper bars on the wrong way around. But other than that, that's it, guys. Catch you in a bit.